Eastern Coachella Valley, if it's not 100, it's almost 90% of mobile homes. And most of those mobile homes, I can say roughly over 200 mobile homes are being not permitted. It's very pricey. It's just not feasible for our clients to rent. And I think the main key here is that they need to start, working in infrastructure and providing water to those communities, sewer lines. And I know it's costly, but I think our community is worth it. I think our farm workers have given their lives in the fields, and has fed America, and not only America, the world. I think they deserve a nice home.
I think Mecca can be seen as a model of what could be possible. Mecca is an unincorporated community within Riverside County in the Coachella Valley, and it is mostly composed of farm working families. Here you will see that we've been able to bring in resources, just simple family services, social services, a community library, a boys and girls club, a new fire station, sidewalks, curb and gutter. I remember when some of our families were displaced. It started, with CRLA representing them, but was able to bring light to the housing conditions that they were living in and ask for representation from CRLA. And if it wasn't for him and the 27 other families that were affected, we wouldn't have many of the services that we currently have right now. It all stemmed from that lawsuit that had to be done. If you were to have been here 15 years ago and came now, it's a completely different community. However, it still holds true to its roots. It still holds true to its identity. You don't see that happen in other places where change has occurred, that it completely changes the face of who was living here, right?
Estaba muy difícil todo aquí. No había ayudas, no había nada. Teníamos que trabajar y salir adelante todo. Empezó a entrar la Unión de Campesinos, fue cuando yo entré con ellos el 73 y empezaron las agencias a trabajar, como la agencia CRLA, las rentas de las trailitas y todo eso es el problema también. Y la gente tiene que vivir y bastante muy caras. Yo mi sueño sería más casas para que no hubiera tantas personas viviendo en trailitas y todo eso. Ese es mi sueño, que más casas, para que la gente sea más independiente. Sí, yo sé que sí se puede, nomás que pues tenemos que trabajar todavía.
My role as a community worker, it's doing outreach, connecting with the community, doing field sanitation, but also having good communication with different state, federal agencies and local agencies and nonprofits as well. I think it's a very important role as a CW to build those connections with as many people as possible, as many agencies as possible, because that's like a plus for our clients. And they know they can count on us, and many of the agencies and even public officials, they'll send them to us. But they know we'll be able to, guide them through the system.
We've been able to have individuals that have grown up here, lived here, been raised here, have been faced with many of the challenges and have experienced them firsthand, that have been able to become our local leaders, have been able to be elected into positions, that have been able to make an impact, to be able to bring in these services that are much needed. There's been a lot of collaborative work that has occurred amongst many nonprofit or public agencies that have been able to come together to advocate for the needs of our community. I think being able to collaborate with others, I think at the end of the day, is our ultimate end game or goal. And if it is, then we need to work together. And so I think this is why there's such big collaborations and partnerships that have occurred to make this happen, because at the end of the day, we all have the same goal, and that's for our communities to keep on prospering and growing, but in a way that it's responsible, that it keeps its own identity.